I think most of you are from such kind of schools, if I'm not wrong. So quickly you can type yes or no in the chat box. So I'd like to say if it is yes or no, most of you are from such kind of schools. If not, I'm more happy. Is it clear? So always I keep action. Once I request all of you to unmute your audios and say good morning. Unmute your audios and say good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Okay. Now you mute
Good
your
morning,
audios
sir.
and unmute your videos. Mute your audios, unmute your videos. Mute your audios, unmute your videos. Let me just have a glance at all of you, because again in lifetime it's very rare that again I see you. Is it clear? So I request all of you to unmute your videos and let me have a look at all of you. Is it clear? Now I'm going to talk about I request all to participate, all the 112 members. You can unmute your videos. That's it. The topic today is apprenticeship. As I told you, first is your mother. You get apprenticeship from your mother, your father, your relatives. Then you go to school. Then comes the teacher. So Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. Then your teacher. So all of you know the quotation. An average teacher tells, a good teacher explains, a better teacher demonstrates, and an excellent teacher inspires. So I want you all to be this kind of excellent teachers. Is it clear? So everybody can tell what is there in the book. Even the student will go to a tuition master, or now you have Byju's, Akash, tutors. So there are a lot of companies coming out, blah, blah, blah. They say, 6th class, you give me your child, I'll make him genius. See, imagine mango tree gives only mangoes, coconut tree only gives coconuts. Okay, brinjal gives only brinjals. So whatever my mother and father, Gregor's Mendel's laws, all of you know Mendel's laws. So the intelligence that my grandparents, parents have half or 1/4, whatever it is, the intelligence that I get, I don't become Mahatma Gandhi or Einstein in a day. But as a teacher, as a management in your school, or parents can provide me a good atmosphere, like you put a tree god and the plant will grow itself. And you can't ask a mango plant, give me sweet mangoes now, 10 sweet mangoes, 10 sour mangoes. You can't do that. Don't force your children. And a 6th class child, what does he understand? 8th class difference between ITI and IIT? Sorry to say, please maaf kar dijiye mujhe ko. He doesn't know the difference between ITI and IIT. People are after marks. Just now I have shown you the video. Is it clear? Don't be after ranks and marks. And all your degrees, look at all the gold medalists. Where are they now? All topmost institutions. What are they doing? My son is getting, my grandson gets same 40,000. The other guy also gets 40,000. He is working for Wipro, other things. I don't have so much time here. Now let us see. As a teacher, you are an apprentice. You will be continuous learning, as Balazar said. So lifelong learning, people talk about blah, blah, blah. See, what is your passion? All the teachers are here. I am also a teacher. I know. Look at your phone. You are good at music. You are good at a dancer. You know tabla well or violin well you play, or you are good at gardening. You are good at cooking. See that you try in your school during free time, and say for everybody it is 24 hours. I was also a teacher. For me also 24 hours. And my students enjoyed a lot. You can also do that. Is it clear? So this studies, whatever it is required by NCERT or CBSE to pass the exam, you can complete the syllabus, no problem. That's not thing. But see that how you motivate your children. And you can do a lot of this apprenticeship. There are 3 things. One is traditional apprenticeship, like you might have seen in villages. My father is a blacksmith. I learn from my father. I become a blacksmith. Traditional. Is it clear? Or a goldsmith. I also learn goldsmithy. traditional, you have say informal apprenticeship. Then you have formal apprenticeship. So formal apprenticeship is certificate. People are after certificate. I also get a certificate, Dr. KVS Prakash, but I should know how to treat a patient. Is it clear? If I am an MBBS doctor, I get Dr. KVS Prakash, paying 2 crores, another 2 crores to complete MBBS, 5 years house surgeon, and I should know how to treat patient. Why do you go to this mechanic shop only to give your scooter or cycle for repair? Why do you go to this hotel only to have masala dosa? Why do you go to this shopkeeper only to buy clothes? Why do you go to this hairdresser only? So why do you go to this company to buy a car? Why do you go to this doctor? Because somebody has said it's a practical thing. Why do you go to this dance teacher to learn dancing? Why do you go for coaching to this guy only, to this teacher for tuition? Because you know that he has some techniques, he develops it. So develop this skill. That's more important. Now quickly, I'll share my screen and then tell you about what is the, let me see here. Yeah. I think I'm running out of time. I'll just show you where is that. Yeah. I think all of you can see my screen here. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So this is what is that you see here is, what does this apprenticeship mean? It can be, I told you 3 kinds, whether you have formal, informal or traditional apprenticeship that I undergo. Like all of you might have done, you're all teachers. During your BAD, 1 month training they give you, or 1 week training, or 15 days training. You go to your school, you work as a say student teacher, you develop all lesson plans. Is it clear? Plan to fail, but don't fail to plan. Is it clear? So plan, it doesn't matter. Murphy's laws, even in spite of your best efforts, if something has to fail, it will fail. Or if something has to happen, it will happen. Okay. So this is the training that you get. And you should, this is an internship when you undergo as a student, whether it is in a school, college, or as a BEd student, or as a teacher. Say you have a lot of workshops, say to improve your professional skills, etc. You have a lot of things like blended learning, flipped learning. People talk about so many things. I have been using it right from 1984. All those things, whatever they were talking about in new education policies, like old wine in new bottle. I've seen all the commissions, like Dr. Balasa was talking about Kotari Commission, other commission, Ramurthy Commission, everything. Your training, mentoring, potential, evaluation, productivity, development boards. So when you see, look at your children. So you might have seen even Howard Gardner's multiple intelligences. He had come to India. Some of you might have attended his training programs. What is that you see is, in any class that you go, you look at a child, identify the children, those who are good at art, those who are good at sports, those who are good at cooking. You can have weekly ones. Say Monday to Friday, I used to have in one of the schools, Monday to Friday, complete your regular classes, teaching, and daily they used to have a PT period. Not weekly ones, daily. And I was in a 50-acre campus. It all depends on what kind of schools you are in. You can ask me all kinds of questions. I'm here to help. So this is the cycle that you can go as a teacher, how you can mentor your students. Suppose say you are a math teacher, but you may be good at playing tabla. So you can ask those children who are interested in learning tabla, you can teach them. Or you are good at vocal singing. So you ask those students who are interested in singing, you can do it. You can help your music teacher. You can help your PT master. If you are good at this thing, synergy. So it's a teamwork. Always remember, any educational institution, whether it is success or failure, depends on the teamwork. Together, everyone achieves more. All of you know, I'm not talking anything new here. So it's not Greek and Latin or rocket science. I'm talking to you down to earth, which is practical, which I have done it. That's the thing. Now look at this. Say the traditional this thing that we have in our country. If you are in a village school, if you are in a small town school, or if you are in a metropolitan school, I can give you a lot of solutions, different ideas that you can talk to me. Please mail me. Anything that you require, you mail me. So online, I give free service. I've been doing it free service. Is it clear? Otherwise, I don't want to become a Brahma Rakshasa. Is it clear? As Madam told, so I'm not a Brahma Rakshasa. I've been giving it free. That's the thing. Online. Offline, I'm very costly. That's a different thing. Pros. Look at the pros. The most likely road into employment for young people. Say what you do. You can ask children during holidays. You give a lot of homework for them and then say this project, this project. Say during weekends, every Saturday or Sunday, whenever you have holiday, ask a child. You go to a mobile shop. you go to a scooter mechanic, you go to a cycle mechanic, you have a cycle, you can call those people to your school, ask them, and you pay 1,000 rupees to a cycle mechanic. He'll come to your school for 1 hour. He will remove all the parts of the cycle, name the parts, and again join cycle. Children will learn, so they will know how to learn all that. Is that clear? We can do a lot of these things. So teaching a narrow skill sets from untrained masters. Okay, this normally traditional people, they may not be able to express, but they know what to do. So you can ask a baker to come, and then you have a cooking classes in your thing. You have a set up an idea lab or an idea room. Is it clear? Or think tank room in your school. So that's thing where I pour out lot of in idea room, lot of old magazines, newspapers. So children go there, they share, they read, they get out with some ideas. Okay, that's thing. So now what is this investing in better recognition, informal structured work-based learning? Just now I told you. So you can call one nurse, you can ask the children how to look into this glucometer, how to look into this blood pressure meter, how to operate it. Now children are more smarter than you. I think during pandemic, you might have seen most of the teachers were struggling with the technology. Your students were your gurus, if I'm not wrong. So you started learning from your students many things. Is that clear? Now quickly, I want you to type in chat box. Quickly, I request all of you to type in chat box how many years of teaching experience you have. Say, I have 2 years, I have 5 years. Quickly, I want the response from all the teachers before going. So very good, 26 years, 9 years, 2 years, good. I want to see, I request all of you to see at least 100 answers I should see. Oh, good, nice. Say, each one of you, as there's a problem, each one of you are unique. Each one of you are something different. You are all heroes and heroines of your students. They directly or indirectly imbibe your qualities. So you should be very careful. The way I dress, the way I address, and say sharing and caring of knowledge is more important. Not only that, the real-time experience. I tell you, recently what I have done, a student was coming to my office. I asked him, what do you do? He said, sir, I'm good at this. He prepared immediately within 10 minutes for an app. Then I said, do you have a laptop? He said, I don't have a laptop, sir. Then what happened? I'm not Sonu Sood. Okay, to donate so much thing. Immediately I got him a second-hand laptop, Intel Core Duo with 4 GB RAM. Then I asked, you start learning Python. So I'm both science, arts, I integrate everything. And all the teachers present here, you can take advantage of me. That's the thing. Now, what is it? How many of you have learned gamification? My next question, just type yes or no. How many of you know, how many of you have used gamification in your classroom? So gamification techniques or games. So math games, physics games, chemistry games, economic games, accountancy games in your classrooms. Okay, good. Then next, what I want you to do is say, how many of you have made a PowerPoint presentation other than MS PowerPoint? Other than MS PowerPoint, how many of you know to use other softwares, application softwares in making PPT, like Canva, what you call, then Google Slides, then what is it, Prism, then you have Keynote, there are a lot of things. So that's good. Now you know, being technology is more thing, and remember, technology is not everything. It's very easy for me. Good. I'm getting a lot of response here. Technology is very easy. All of you know, say it's very easy to look at YouTube, how to make paratha. So how to make menti paratha, how to make aloo paratha. I look at YouTube, it's very good. It's very nice. YouTube is good. But give little dough and ask all the 40 children to do something in the classroom. That is something different. Hands-on experience, experiential learning, learning by doing. Okay, learning by earning. All these are very important. So the structured informally, you can structure certain programs and then help your students, mentor your students, or so that they really learn these things and nuances. Is that clear? So how structured you can make these things. Another thing is more formal apprenticeship. You can have informal apprenticeship. You can mentor your students. More formal apprenticeship, certificate courses. Like you have plenty of things like free certificate courses are available on MOOCs, on net. There are plenty of things available. And you have your Udemy. There are a lot of academy, Unacademy, so many things providing certificate course in Python, machine learning, IoT. Is it clear? So you identify the children's ability or the things. You can give certain diagnostic tests to your children, so they'll be more happy to do that. Is it clear? So, and you can get them the formal apprenticeship certificates, so that when they complete their 10th standard or 12th standard, those who are economically weak, they want to get into a formal job sector, they can get into that. Is it clear? So on those who are really interested in academics, they can go for higher studies. That's the thing. And I tell you, in India, unorganized sector is the one which contributes more than 50% of our GDP. 50% of GDP comes from unorganized sector. Quickly type in chat box, how many of you have heard about Captain Raghuram? How many of you have heard about Captain Raghuram? Please type yes or no. I don't have time here. Otherwise, you can visit YouTube and listen to his video. You will know about Captain Raghuram. You see how you can help these children. Is it clear? That's the thing. And any help you require, you have to just mail me. Is it clear? That's the thing. So these are the three types of apprenticeship that you have. You have formal apprenticeship, informal apprenticeship, and traditional apprenticeship. I've given you some simple examples. That's the thing. And you have guidelines from the NEP. I'm just sharing here with the screen that you can see here. That's the thing. This you can go through later on. So guidelines for the national apprenticeship, if you want, I can share this. You can mail me. That's the thing that you can do. Now, next is, what are the employability skills that you'll have to do? As a teacher, now you know, as I told you, why I asked you these questions is so that if you're good at all those things, definitely you will become a better teacher. If you have worked for more than 5 years as a teacher, you will remain as a teacher. And take up this profession only when you have a passion. You have a passion for teaching, you take it up. Otherwise, you can make money in any other profession. Unfortunately, not only in India, throughout the world, you can't make money as a teacher. Therefore, now this pandemic has started. Literally, I cry daily. When this pandemic has come, I have seen most of the teachers, private school teachers, they were thrown out because of no money. Schools have been shut down, and most of them started working as daily wage laborers, and they have started tea shops. I have seen teachers becoming roadside vendors in Bangalore, in Hyderabad, in Vijayawada, in Bombay, in Lucknow. So this all things. So I request all the teachers to develop other skills, not just you teach in a classroom. I want you to learn something different. Like I've done a diploma in computer hardware. So I know how to repair a hardware. So if something happens, this pandemic has taught that only those who can withstand, okay, who have guts will withstand, and real teachers. This has taught a very good lesson to all the teachers that they should have another source of income, because most of you are working in private schools. It's not a government school. I'm not bothered about government school teachers. You see, in government school teachers, everybody gets 50,000, 1 lakh rupee salary. Whether school runs or not, holiday, he gets his salary. That's not the case with the private school teachers. The whole economy depends upon only you depend on the fees that is paid by the students. The fees, the donations that you get, your management. If your management is good, if they have well managed, if they have money, so then they'll be able to support you. Otherwise, hands up. I've seen so many schools being shut down, and almost 2,000 schools are put up on sale. I've seen on Facebook. People are asking me, sir, recommend me somebody if they're ready to buy. So develop these employability skills, communication skills. Learn as many languages as possible. That is most important. Is that clear? I'll just finish this. I think I'll just quickly rush through this so you can read from this. What are all the things as a teacher? Now you know, be technology savvy, learn digital technology, and learn some basic repairs that you can do with your laptop. You should know how to install, uninstall softwares, send attachments. Is it clear? So you can convert into PDF files. There are certain softwares where I type in word, immediately it will convert into a PPT. Is it clear? You can do a lot of things. So what are the universal employability skills for any job that you require? I have 60 skills. I think when you are ready, you can share. I can take some other things. If your school's managements are interested, I'll take a separate class live. I think That's the thing. Communication skills, teamwork skills, learn as many languages as possible. So not only mother tongue is very essential. A child understands better in his mother tongue or her mother tongue. So mother tongue is the first thing, then English, Hindi, is it clear? Learn other languages, like you see Bala has learned Germany. You can have in your school, in one of the schools, I brought lot of softwares, lot of CDs, like child, if he is interested to learn Italian, French, Spanish, is it clear? I brought lot of CDs, even teachers can learn, it's a fun, okay, along with the children. So I used to ask them daily, you tell me in Italian or in Spanish, what do you call potato? What do you call milk? What is your name? So that's how they learn. Teamwork is very, very important, and emotional quotient, that is most important nowadays. Is it clear? So try to have a better emotional intelligence quotient or social quotient. There are a lot of quotients. It's not only IQ, EQ, okay, SQ, lot of things. So see that self-motivated. Is it clear? So self-help is the best help. As I said, you should get motivated yourself, then only people try to help. Is it clear? Problem solving skills, decision making, these are the most important things that you can do. And even without blackboard, even without PPTs, even without technology, you can make your classroom teaching more lively. Always go outside. I used to take my children. Very rarely, I used to teach in classroom only when the board is necessary. Otherwise, we used to go out, sit under a tree, and then take a class. So these are all the skills, parameters that you will have to develop. Dedication, hard work, all these things, you know, there's nothing special about this. That's a thing. Self-presentation skills, multitasking skills, positive attitude, okay, leadership skills. Say, most of the teachers, right, say, when I come to the stage, I have stage fear. So how to get rid of the stage fear in your children? Is that clear? So try to be more professional. The moment they see you and learn, your children see you and they learn. So that's how I walk and talk in the classroom. That's most important thing. Is it clear? So people say, develop positive attitude, positive, even negative thing. This mind is like monkey. Everything gets into this. It all depends on how you say. My grandfather used to say there are two insects in your brain, right brain, left brain. Is it clear? When good insect bites you, you will do good things. When bad insect bites you, you do bad things. So see that the good insect bites you more, so that you do good things. That's most important. So, you know, electrician knows wiring. As a teacher, what is the nature of the teacher job? Teacher is a multitasking. That's the thing. An auto mechanic knows how to repair that. So you should know as a teacher, what is that, how you are dealing with human beings. You are not dealing with what you call inanimate objects. Is that clear? So you should be very, very careful. Everything influences, has an influence on your kids. Is it clear? That's the thing. So cooperative, you can involve them. Is it clear? Have this flipped teaching. You can ask your children to prepare each concept and come to the class and then teach them mind mapping and concept mapping. How many of you are good at mind mapping and concept mapping? There's a lot of difference between mind mapping and concept mapping. So that's what you will have to do. So flexibility, always you should be flexible, fluid like water. Any situation as a teacher, you can mold yourself, change. Normally, I don't complain of the facilities. And half of my salary, I don't say all of you should spend. Okay, half of my salary used to go to the institution where I have worked, because that's my mother. So because they're paying me, half of the salary used to go back to them. I used to buy certain things for my classroom, for my students, do something. People say, sir, why do you spend? Even management used to ask, sir, now why don't you take permission, get things, we'll pay. By the time it comes, you know, it takes some time. Immediately, if I have to do this, I get it done. That's so. So you can build employability skills. There are a lot of techniques, plenty of things available on Google. Still, if you're not able to get, you can mail me, I'll give you. So you should know how to set these goals also, short-term goals, long-term goals and smart goals, and what are the responsibilities as a child. You can have your classroom rules. Okay, so all of you can have your cup of coffee, like Swapna is having. All of you can have your cup of coffee, tea, etc. and listen, no problem. Is it clear? So I request all of you, you can enjoy. Even my CA classes, you know, chartered account class, continuous 6 hours I have. So I tell my children, it is a no break class. I don't give them any break. It's a no break class. People, my students wonder first, sir, what is it that say you no break class? At the end of the class, they say, sir, we didn't know how 6 hours pay. I say, you can have your lunch and listen to my class. That's what I do. So what's the pay range? Okay, what can I want to see? Develop all these skills, employability skills. I'm here to help you. Each school is unique. So when you can send me your questionnaire, I'll be able to help your school how you can develop the employability skills for your school. You should tell me how many acres of land your school has, how much free land you have, how many free rooms they have, so that based on that you can earn. Not only teachers also can earn, management can earn, your students also will earn money. So I can give you all those ideas. That's the thing that you can develop. So these all things, if you want, I can share this employability skills PPTs. I have a lot of things. That's the thing. Now you look at this, how apprenticeship helps students. It will help you degree of experience. Imagine your 9th or 10th class child. Every Sunday he goes to a mobile shop. You tell him, say, don't pay anything. You show your school ID card, go to the mobile shop, say, sir, 1 hour I'll work here. I'll sweep or I'll clean your table. I'll just observe here. So degree and experience, say the experience he gets the moment he watches 1 or 2 Sundays, say staying there 1 or 2 hours, how the mobile he is repairing, he is opening, and then variety of mobiles. Then he'll say, sir, you need not pay me anything. I'm here to learn. As an apprenticeship, teach me how to repair mobile. That fellow also will teach you, because you should not threaten him that you will have a next shop. See, you should tell him that I am a student as a part of my project report. So for 5 weeks, you teach me how to repair mobile. So I have to submit a project report to my school. So definitely that guy, mobile shop fellow, will help him. So he will learn. Next time when something happens in your school, you have a student to repair your mobile. Is it clear? Here I'm talking about 1980s. What happened in USA? Suddenly the principal in one of the US schools gets a call. Then he says, sir, there should be one Mr. Say George in 9th grade. See, he's from where are coming? I'm calling from some network company, CNN network company, something he was talking about. Say, we don't have such kind of things. No, sir, he's there. He's from your school only. This is the address he has given. Then he said, what is it? Sir, maybe he is a student. Then he called the judge who was in 9th standard, the principal's chamber. Then he said, George, are you a network engineer? He said, yes, sir. Then what happened? There's a company who is, they have urgent problem, they are calling you. Imagine a 9th grade students, I'm talking about 20-30 years ago, who started part-time working as a network engineer. If that has to happen in India, start from now. It's not too late. I'm happy, fortunate enough to interact with Kastur Rangan. Okay, and I come from ISRO, Sriharikota. So like you see cycles and scooters, I have been seeing rockets. Okay, right from my childhood. Is it clear? So that's the thing. So what is the degree and experience that your child gets? And job ready. So your child is job ready by 9th, 10th or 12th standard, he completes. He knows Python. Now children are smart enough. Okay, the only thing is you'll have to provide guidance. That's the thing. And teach them soft skills. Soft skills are more important. It's not the core competencies or your degrees, but the way you deal with them. The way you deal with the people. Personality development is more. Dress and address. Improve earning potential. This will definitely, as I told you, unorganized sector. Say you are staying in an apartment. Look at your Dobby. Lot of mom and dad shops are going. Now you have laundry mats coming up. Is it clear? They're losing their jobs. Say even now in your apartment, if you have a Dobby, you ask what are his children studying, and you can give something like that. Say give a leg up to him. It's not always you donate money or give something. You can give him books. You can pay his school fees. Is it clear? So you can increase their earning potential. Here there's a story, a recent story I was talking about in WhatsApp. Improves earning potential. What happened? There was a beggar who was begging in the train. If you have got this WhatsApp news, you might have seen. He's begging around the train. The businessman said, why should I give you 1 rupee? He asked the beggar, why should I give you? You give me something in return, I'll give you 1 rupee. What happened? This beggar went out. The train was there in a major station like Chennai. He was going around. He didn't know what to see. He has seen there, the garden, flowers. He plucked 1 flower and brought and gave to this businessman that flower. Then he was so happy. He gave him 1 rupee. Next time, this beggar thought, oh, why this fellow says to give me something? I'm a beggar.
Hello?
I can give to him.
Hey, hi Ajay.
So he started giving. Next time, whenever he approached to begging, he started giving a flower. So when somebody donated him something, a coin, he gave a flower. Got an idea. Next time, he got an idea. When I'm giving flowers, this guy is giving. Then what he started collecting flowers, bunch of flowers, and sitting on the platform and selling it. he became a businessman. Next, after 20, 30 years, he meets in the train the same person. Then he says, sir, do you remember the same businessman? He says, I don't remember. He said, sir, I was the one who used to beg. You gave me. Now I have become a flower merchant. I have become a businessman. So don't simply encourage beggars, but see that if they're truly talented, you can really change their life. Do something. So these are the things that you can help your, what you call apprenticeship. You can make them job ready. You can improve their earning potential and degree and experience that you can do for those children. That's the thing. Then this is about the talk, and I want to spend more time on your questionnaires. Look at just one small video that I'll show, then I can take your questions.
The next generation Hyundai Santa.
So we have seen here, there's the thing. I think you have fairly some idea because the time is given to me is limited. Otherwise, if I'm into your regular workshop, I would have given you a lot of activities to do, made you actually do something different. God bless you all. Have a nice day. Thank you. Now I'm ready to take questions. Hope I have completed within time. Still, I have half an hour. You gave me 1 hour time, 10:30 to 11:30 if I'm right. And I can show you some other small video clippings also. Now, financial literacy program is included in all CBSE schools. So I go around the country training programs for the CBSE schools also. So on my personal, I'm one-man army. Is it clear? That's the thing. And I was reluctant when Ram Ganesh, I should thank Ram Ganesh for pulling me in, and Dr. Sumati. I was still frightened. I'm a small boy in front of you all. There are great people here, almost 119 people attending this session. So now I'm ready to take questions. You can ask. I'll tell you how to find answers. I'll not give you answers.
Prakash sir.
Yes, Basalingappa. You tell me you're from which place?
How are you, sir? Fine.
Yeah, fine, fine.
I am from your place, sir.
Which is that place?
Sirugupa.
Oh, Acha, tell me, Basalingappa.
Sirugupa, sir.
How are you? Fine. Yeah. After a long time, I think Basalingappa called me to his school. Say,
Yeah.
Long back. Yeah.
I have to thank Sumati madam because you are. I can hear your speech, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Basalingappa. Okay. So,
Thank you, sir.
yeah. Who is next? Yeah. Anybody else? Any questions? Any questions? So you can no questions. So you should know how to ask questions. Art of questioning. I teach chartered accountant students. Art of questioning is an art. So you should know these two things: difference between why and how. Why and how. In a school, they taught, sir, teach me how to prepare those, how to prepare for JEE exam, how to crack this, all crack. Okay, all cracks. Okay, crack this JEE exam, crack IIT exam, crack IAS.
Sir, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, yes, madam. Alladi Purnima. Yeah, speak.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sorry to disturb. Can
No
we
problem.
have your mail ID, sir?
Yes, madam. Oh, you can have, I'll type in chat box. All of you can
Yes, sir.
visit. I have my website, both. You can have my contact number and also email ID. I'm typing here email ID karibabu@gmail.com. Okay. So eduhall.in is my website. It is also apprenticeship done by a student. Basically, I always give business to new people. Recently, what I've done, a guy is studying in 12th standard, and his father is a taxi wala. He is a driver. I called him once. Then I said, sir, I want to repair this electrical. He said, sir, I have sent my son during this COVID time. He has learned. Then I was little apprehensive. I took him to a new apartment and then asked him to fix all the new fans and tube lights. He has done it. He has earned money. On that day, I paid him 2,000 rupees. Per fan, he charges 150 rupees and 100 rupees. Then I gave him, then what do you do? Don't you have your own drilling machine and then a tool kit? No, sir. I'm working under another electrician. That Anna goes. So whenever he calls me, I'll go on that. Then immediately I said, one Sunday you come to me. I took him to the hardware shop and got him one complete toolkit, say the drilling machine, and I said, whatever you want, you buy. It was around some 5,000. So I got him even a bag to carry all that. So now he is independent. Whenever he is free on Sundays, he is going to a college and doing his intermediate second year here. And whenever he is free, he has his own toolkit. He can earn money. So he need not depend on that. So he has done apprenticeship. Now he will become in another 1 or 2 months a full-fledged this thing. Now he can do it on his own. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, you can ask questions. Anybody else? Still I have time. Yeah, people can ask me questions.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah,
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, Revati has risen his hand. Her hand.
Okay.
Yes.
Good
morning,
morning,
sir.
I'll ask you.
Good morning, sir.
All others,
it was-
please mute your mics. All others, please mute your mics, except Revati. Yeah, yes, Revati.
a wonderful session, sir. Really, I liked it. All the time, I feel that we have to train the children with their interest. We have to
Yes.
tap their interest.
Yeah.
And know what is their original interest. I will ask them to break the toy car and make it into a car again. Remake it and
Yeah,
try to
dismantle
learn.
and assemble it. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, what is happening, sir? Now in this pandemic, we are facing lot of problems, sir.
Yeah.
In this pandemic, actually, what is happening? We are unable to bring the concentration of the children. 50% of the children, however, whatever we try, they are not listening to us. They are only logging in and they are disappearing from the device.
Yeah, that is
So
true.
that is the major problem what we are facing.
Now, did
Can you give
disappear?
us some
Yeah,
idea?
I understand your question, Revati. You can mail me. You can message me. I'll give you tips. You can talk to me personally later on. Now, Revati, did you miss this class of mine? Now you have seen my class. How was it?
It is excellent, sir.
It's
Excellent.
not excellent. I'm not talking about
No,
this.
you made us think
So,
and answer very
yeah.
frequently according to our wish.
Yes.
So it made us involved.
Yeah, what you do is involve your students. I tell my students, there is etiquette. There's etiquette. I'll send you Zoom etiquette. Is it clear? Whether Google Classroom etiquette, you can have your own etiquette when in the classroom. You can tell children, okay, what they're doing. And I see sometimes it was fun for me. When I was teaching physics, you see the father going to a bathroom with a towel behind and mother is feeding the child. He's just getting, hey, eat dosa. And then he's telling, mom, sir is looking at. Then I tell you, if you are like this, I think your bedroom will be the what you call open room for everybody, all the 100 students. So you teach them, say, make it more interactive. I'll give you techniques. There are plenty of techniques how to make it more interactive in the classroom. You ask me to take one class, it is live. That is better. Rather than me preaching, you give me one class, whichever class it is, English or Hindi or Tamil. I know only how to speak. Okay. Now, I don't know how to read and write, only English and Hindi. Achhi baat hai.
Okay.
That's the thing. I'll take a class, demo class, then your children, you tell me whether your children have enjoyed or not. Okay.
I
Yes,
can mail
yes,
you
yes.
in your mail address now, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I have given my mail address. You can mail me. Yeah, who is next?
Thank you.
Who is next?
Yeah, I'm Lakshmi Rao.
Namaste, madam.
Namaste, sir. Namaste. I just have one, apprehension. I'm not talking that it's a question or like this.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
see, here all of us as educators, we know that upskilling is required and we need to focus on the skills of the children and all. Despite all these things, why NIOS is not gaining importance? Because see, now certainly NIOS has a better way of handling these kind of children, and then they have on-demand examination and all. But still all the parents, they look forward for seeking admission into a regular course, and then still feel bad that the children are not performing well and all. So I think as educators, what can we do? because this is a challenge that I'm
Very,
facing.
very good question. Very good question, madam. Namaste. I do not know much about NIOS, but I have seen NIOS schools. I know some of the directors also. I don't remember. Maybe I would have met them in some conference, etc. What you can do? See, lack of advertisement. Main thing is most of the people do not know. Yesterday I told you, my Dobi has come in my apartment. Sir, I need 30,000 to say join my child for 11th and 12th. Then immediately my BP rose. I started shouting at him. What do you want to spend 30,000 from? Where will you get it? Okay, your monthly income is not more than 10,000. Is it necessary? You let him seek an admission in government school or college and let him come to my office and learn. Okay, that's thing. I don't have a school or something like that. I have a just small office there. So where I guide them, mentor them, and then do this. That's the thing. I said, you can send him. So let him apply for a government school or college. Let him seek admission there, and I'll provide him. I'll provide him laptop. I'll provide him what are the other necessary things. Now, as you have got a very good, interesting question here, NIOS, there are a lot of things that I do not want to get into that. So, because it's a government program, what you can do is, I request all the teachers present here in your schools, you put a NIOS poster. You put a NIOS poster. Whenever a poor child, an auto rickshaw drivers or a coolie son or a mestri son comes to you, or your maid's son or daughter comes to you, tell them 2 + 2 is 4 anywhere. Whether I learn in government school or whether I learn in AC school or Goenka school or Jain International School. I know Chinraj Jain. So Chinraj Jain, you know, he has studied 7th standard, later on improved. Then he has now become Dr. Chinraj Jain. Is it clear here? And he has created so much hype that BCom means commerce students. It's so competitive in Bangalore. People run to do commerce there. Why he has created that hype? Similarly, NIOS, please put up NIOS posters. You tie up with those NIOS organizations in your states. Ask them to give these posters. Let them put all these posters in all the schools, whether it is government, private school, etc. Especially private schools, topmost private schools. So they can't afford. They have to take loan, pay, and then come to your school. That's the thing. You can guide them. See, you can't afford our school, and I tell you frankly, even in workshops for government schools of children, I do it freely. And private schools where the managements are rich, I charge them. They have to pay me flight charges, and per day they have to pay me 20,000-25,000. Okay, otherwise I'll not come. And if it is a middle level school, some people say they're friends, my close friends. I don't go anywhere. Now I am first time. I should thank Ram Ganesh exposing me to you all. Otherwise, none of you will know me, and nobody will know me. Is it clear? Then some people shout, "This guy is very costly. We should not take." I am practical, down to earth, and I am talking whatever you know. There's nothing blah blah talk and then go away, and I hold hand. That's the thing. Then some of schools they say, "Sir, we can't afford." Recently, I was in last October before pandemic. I was in Shimla, IB school. They said they paid me flight charges, and then 2 days. Sir, why don't you stay another 4 days? If I would have stayed another 4 days for entire COVID period, I would have been held up there. Immediately, I had to rush back. So it's minus degree there. I'm staying at 40 degree. Then go another what is it? Global Indian International School, Hyderabad. Magantis, there is in Opal. The principal calls me, "Sir, you have to give 2 days time." "Sir, for 2 days it will cost more than 1 lakh if we have to pay you. We can't afford so much." Then I said, "You pay me whatever you feel like. Give me 2 times food and then good accommodation and take me." So they were so happy. They said, "Sir, thank you very much." So I asked all the teachers, almost 150 teachers attended. So whatever little they paid me, it's not the money. I'm not talking about money. It's the service that you provide. Is that clear? So that's the thing. So Lakshmi Madam, what you can do is get those NIOS posters and other things, put it on your websites, put it on your school this thing. And I have on my website one Janya organization. If you look at Sunita Gandhi Lucknow Global School or Nurture International, she's doing a good service. The only thing is she doesn't know how to market. The only thing is that's it. Therefore, there are only 200 affiliated schools in India. Anything else? Anybody else? Hope your doubt is clear.
Yes, sir.
I can
Yes.
help you in that. That's it. Anybody else?
Good morning, sir.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir. This is Manjula.
Sir, please share email address, sir.
This is Manjula.
Yes, madam.
So I have one question now. We are finding very difficult to recruit teachers itself because we are not getting good teachers to school because of salary or nobody is turning
Yes.
out to become a teacher. First of all, one thing.
Yeah.
And as you told, we have to be multitask skills we have to learn.
Yes.
So is there any institute to teach teachers any other skills? There are two questions I have.
Okay. Okay.
Nah.
I think I'm the cheapest fellow. You can call me and I'll train you. Okay. One thing, you are from which place, ma'am? I'll tell
Sir, Bangalore, Rajarajeshwari Nagar.
you. Okay. I tell you, pardon me, most of the time the teaching profession has become a part-time or apprenticeship for all of us. Is it clear? So you pay me 5,000, you pay me 10,000, I come, I teach, and I'm preparing for my bank exam or AS exam. The moment I get, I go. And for women, folk of the house, it is just for their pocket money. If I'm right, I'm more practical. You see,
Yes.
then how will you get a professional who has a passion? Is it clear? And the other day I was talking about my own institution. I come from Regional Institute of Education, Regional College of Education from NCRT. You know, there are 5 premier institutions of NCRT. We are supposed to be the best teachers in the country, and most of us don't become teachers. All of us become scientists, bank officers, IAS officers, businessmen, etc. So that's the thing. Manjula, what you can do is always try local talent. Try to take local people. Is it clear? You can train them. It's nothing great. You are in a Bangalore. Bangalore people can get trained. Okay, it's not a great thing. There are plenty of people who can train. Or even if you want one session online, I can take, no problem. So
Okay.
online doesn't cost me much. If it is only offline, it will be a burden for you. Now only higher end schools can afford. Even otherwise, I can come. I can train you people. It's not like that. I have gone to remote villages also, where I have a Sahodaya schools. 5 Sahodaya schools in Bagalkot district, Rabkavi Banhatti. It is a small school there. From Maharashtra and Karnataka border, they came. Then my friend Mahanti told me, sir, they can't pay you much. They'll pay you some 3,000 or 5,000. That's it. I spent 10,000 and then went there, trained them, and then came back. That's clear. So you can try to have local talent, and there is a procedure. You can mail me. I'll tell you how to recruit teachers, how to see that. Is that clear? And it should help you. It's not that thing. It's not a great thing. Is that clear? And motivation, it's not only the money, the facilities that you don't pressurize teachers. After all, they're also human beings. And imagine I'm a headmaster, I am principal. I don't know what Google Classroom is. I don't know what Jam is. Is it clear? I don't know what is computer hardware or software. I don't know what Zoom is. And then I say, you do this, you do that, shout at teachers, nothing happens. Is it clear? So
Yes.
I should know, I should have some knowledge, then only I can do it. Is it clear? It's very easy. You can get teachers there itself. You can mail me. Okay, I'll send you how to recruit teachers. You will get on the net, and you can do that. It's
That's
not
what.
a big thing.
The second question is, due to salary only, this is the problem. The salary what the private
Yes,
management
salary.
pays, they
Yeah.
don't want to come as a teacher. But now what my second question is, being a teacher, how can we earn separately any other skills?
Yeah,
Is there
you can do it.
to help us?
Yeah.
Is there any institute to train the teachers to
Yeah.
earn better than the, additional teaching job?
See, I'll tell you, if I were to be in your position, say I am working in Manjula school, they are paying me 5,000 morning till evening. I'll tell you, give you an example here, a live example. I don't name the teacher. The teacher is working in Bharati Vidyabhavan. The teacher is working in Bharati Vidyabhavan in my place. Evening times, when I went there, I went to their school for providing them some resources, something and all. Evening I go, they have a curry point. The teacher has a curry point. She is a good cook, and her husband and her son, all the 3 maintain. They have one attender there, a small room, curry point, monthly 3,000 rupees or something. It's on the main road. When I went evening, they supply only chapati and then curries, sambar, rasam, sadam, whatever it is. The other curries on Sundays, they make special like kesribat or vada, dahi vada. They do all those things. So that is their income. Then I said, sir, this is my this thing. So I have to support my family. That doesn't help me my salary, and evening I am doing this. So you have different ways. There is no separate plug and play training. I'll give you this method, Manjula. You can make monthly 1 lakh rupees. That doesn't matter. Nobody will teach you. Your intuition. Okay, necessity is the mother of invention. This COVID has taught. I'm telling you really here. I've seen it has come on TV, the screen. PhDs. They were working in Anantapur agriculture station, research station as daily wage laborers. All the lady teachers per day, they pay 200 rupees. and in some case 100 rupees. There was a maths teacher in Vijayawada on the roadside. He was selling this footwear, and immediately it came in Hindu newspaper. The Vijayawada collector immediately rushed to him. Imtiaz. He went to him and said, "Sir, it is below our dignity, but people talk all blah blah blah, but still teachers are the poorest paid in this country, and the best teachers are paid in South what you call Korea. South Korea, the teacher is more than an MP or MLA, and here we have all those fellows who put thumb impression as MLAs and MPs. I should not get into the politics. That's okay. You can have plenty of earning mechanisms. Okay, you can take tuitions. You can have this development. You write books. If you are good, you can write books and then
Is not, that's what we believe, sir. Taking tuitions is not a good ethic.
It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. What you can do is you can take all other things. I'll give you a list of things that you can make money. Is that
Thank
clear?
you, sir. Thank
So
you.
just put your email ID in the chat box, sir.
I have put my email ID.
Once again, many people are just
I
watching
think
the
that
chat. Many
works.
people.
It is karibabu@gmail.com, all small letters, and you can visit my website eduhall.in. Okay, and that's the thing. And look at same example I'll give you. All of you learn these three things. LSD. L is Lakshmi, S is Saraswati, D is Durga. As Dr. Devdutt Patnaik says, एक बार पढ़ाई खत्म हो गया, people सरस्वती को भूल जाते हैं. People are after money and power. People are after Lakshmi and Durga. People want money and power. ये सरस्वती को भूल जाते हैं. This is constant. Now what you are attending? Constant sensitivity to the needs of others, sensitivity to the needs of yourself. Is it clear? It's not you have to upgrade your skill. You upgrade your skills. Now this pandemic has taught most of the teachers to use mobile. I sincerely advise not to use mobile for your online classes. Buy a second-hand laptop, 14,000, 15,000. You can use them. Is it clear? That will be a good idea. Is it clear? That's the thing. And develop your hobbies. What are your hobbies? I'll tell you, my friend in Bangalore, he was working for in 90s. Most of the software companies, say Boomerang, they shut down. During that time, he was a World Bullet Club member in Malaysia. I would not like to tell his name. He was a senior scientist, mechanical engineer. He was working for some various companies and Tata Consulting Services, etc. in those days. Later on, what he did, he started his own mechanic shed in Malaysia because that hobby had become into him. First time, Bangalore, you know, most of the police people use these bullets. One guy came and then for repair, he charged 20 rupees. Then he started. Now he is independent. Is it clear? So see your hobbies, put your hobbies into your activities. This pandemic has taught all the teachers that you can't depend. Since most of us are working in private schools, the managements are under constraints. You are under constraints. You should know, develop another activity, another skill where you can improve your financial freedom, get your financial freedom. If permission is given, 2 minutes, I'll show you a small video clip on financial freedom. Yes, madam, shall I do it? I'll just, with that, we can close, I think. Another 10 minutes are there. And you can just look at this.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for coming to help us conduct this experiment today. We're of different ages, we're made to like stand in line. Now I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions. If your answer is a yes, step forward. If it's a no, please step back. Here goes. Ready? Did you learn how to ride a bicycle before the age of 10? Did you learn music at school? Did you take any lessons in sports? And no, video games are not a sport, even if it has the word game in it. Did you learn how to iron your clothes while still in school? Take a step forward. If not, take a step back. If you can make tea or breakfast, not just for yourself, please step forward. If not, take a step back.
At the beginning, I think the questions were more general. People were still going forward and backward. Questions like, it was funny to see like the cooking question. There were a lot of men who went ahead and then there were women who were going behind.
Do you usually make all the household bill payments yourself? Do you know the circle rate in your area? Do you know the price of gold today? Do you know the exact breakup of your salary?
As the questions unfolded, the stark difference came out visibly.
Do you know the details of the financial documents you're asked to sign? Have you bought a vehicle in your own name without consulting anybody? Have you bought insurance policies unassisted? Do you watch or follow the budget?
Like you think you're doing okay, but then like, okay, these are kind of important things that I don't look at.
Do you manage your own finances and earnings unassisted? Do you know how to invest in mutual funds? Do you know the difference between a mutual fund and an SIP? Do you make the investments for your family members or your spouse? Do you file your own income tax return? Now, everyone who's in front, could you please turn around and look behind you? Initially, when you guys started moving, there wasn't such a big gap. My question is, when gaps start to occur? The minute the question became about managing money, the gap between men and women became very clear in it.
Women handling certain responsibilities regarding their own life, which were always passed on to someone else in the family or the men.
There was a slight unfairness I realized at that time. But at that point, it seemed normal. I was upset. I wanted to be at the front of the line. Then why don't I know this? Why am I not confident enough to say, yes, I am able to understand this? It was quite an eye-opener for me. Because I always depended on the men of the family to take care of my investments and plan my future.
I felt that obviously men are more into it than women. So eventually, I didn't expect the gap to be there.
Over the years growing up, there was certain very traditionally masculine tropes that were assigned for him, and certain traditionally feminine tropes that were assigned for me.
For women, it's practically debarred to learn to know and to focus on money. I wish I had known from the beginning of my childhood and then kind of thought about that I would be doing so much better.
Just actionable measures is what we want really.
Yes, that is what, there are a lot of things that you can come up. Earning money is not a great thing. People earn. The only thing is you should know why you are earning and what is the purpose of it and what do you want to do. An auto driver earns more money than me. Is it clear? There are so many people. It all depends on for your needs. There's no greed. Okay, for your needs you can happily earn, and that's the thing. It all depends on you can do. That's the thing. And jokingly, I say, even till today, I don't know how to manage money, how to earn money. I don't earn anything. My wife keeps on shouting at me. Then I tell everybody, even my students, sir, then how do you live? I said, my wife is Karodpati, I am her only pati. Okay, so people laugh at me. So you should learn. It's a serious thing. You should learn, know where to spend, where not to spend. Pandemic might have taught you people. Is it clear? That's the thing. Still you can know. Now everybody started growing vegetables in your backyard or in your apartments. Is it clear? So to save. So you can learn many things. Anybody else who has, or I have another 8 minutes, I think by 11:30 she'll close. So I'm exact on time and then do it. Anybody else, you can ask me some more questions. You can come out. Yeah. Hope my session was good or interesting. You can scold me also, no problem. So you can comment so that I'll.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Yes,
Good morning, sir.
Agnes,
Thank you. This is Agnes. Yes, sir. I don't have a question. I got many answers from your. I got answers from your very.
Oh, very, very good, very good. Thank you.
And I first of all would like to thank the team, Sumati ma'am's team. So I always used to tell this, make this quote. These people know this team is a very good team which knows what is needed for the education community currently. And from the time of pandemic, they were just leading us one by one, they were leading us. So now all the school heads, school managements are in financial crisis. And this is a very exact topic, the very first topic for the workshops. They have selected this, and the right person in that place is you and Balasubramaniam sir. And so now we are in very low mood. Oh, what's next? What we are going to do next? So you are given very good, what to say, motivation. You are everything. Everything is within you. Bring it out. That's all. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. God bless your work. God bless your expedition. And even I may also contact you or through your website or your mail ID.
Yeah, you
Thank
can
you very much
contact
for
me.
being the guiding light for all of us. God
Definitely.
bless the whole team. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I have I want to tell you openly, all the school management say there's a financial crisis, how to get over it. You can approach your banks like MSMEs, you can apply for loans, see that they waive off your what you call at least the interest rates. Then if you have free land in your schools, see how you can generate. Like we had socially useful productive work, all teachers, management can put together, you can create your own entity and then make it financially viable, your schools. And I can help you in that also. Okay. Yeah, anybody else? Any other doubt, any other question? Yeah, quickly. So please don't prize me, don't say this is nice, that is nice. Put forth questions. I want you to ask questions. Is that clear? And every problem has a solution. Like in mathematics, we have n number of solutions for a problem. Is it clear? It depends on what kind of school you have. Only when I visit your school, when I see your school, I'll be able to help you out physically there. And that's the thing. I have my mail ID. It's there on my website, my mail ID, my phone number, everything is there on the chat box, eduhall.in. You have my mail ID and this thing on the website. Then only I'll be able to see. Like you see, when you look at a patient physically, you will be able to diagnose and talk to him and what disease he has, I'll be able to cure. So only when I visit your school, I'll be able to tell you what best you can do. Is it clear? And you can mail me also some of things, free service. I do free service on the mail. Is it clear? You can get a lot of things clarified. Now you have what you call telephone service, medical service also. You talk to a doctor over telephone, he will prescribe. That's the thing. So anybody else? Anything else? Any other questions? Yeah.
I have one answer, sir.
Yes, madam.
I have one answer. The previous madam asked that how to get recruited to the teachers.
Yeah, you can tell me.
Actually, I feel like almost if we are a grown-up school, or we can have a teachers training center, a small center where the aspiring teachers come for getting trained. We can also recognize the teachers and train and mold them and get into our institutions also. That is one important thing. How can we are creating a career for them, at the same time we'll be able to get our teachers also.
Okay, you are from which place, ma'am?
I'm from Hyderabad, sir. Cal Public School.
Hyderabad?
Cal Public School, sir. I'm HM at Cal Public School.
Okay. So, so good idea. And I think in Bangalore, Dr. Karjigi is doing. He has the TIAC program, something. You have to pay 40,000. They train teachers, etc. I know most of the people, but I am of a different kind, different breed. A simple man. And you can train at a very low cost your teachers, and then only let them, those who have passion. You have a diagnostic test, those who have passion, take them, and then clearly things will go fine. Yeah, anybody else? Say Bhulakshmi has risen her hand. Bhulakshmi, you want to ask a question?
Just mention that if any more questions or things, teachers can directly get in touch with sir. So with his expertise can definitely help you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir, for that very informative session. I'm sure all of us enjoyed. We were completely, involved and listening to you. We don't know how time flew at all. Thank you so much for that informative session.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
So
Thank
any
you,
help,
sir.
I'm your helper here. Okay, I'm ready to help you.
Thank you, sir.
Have a nice day.
So, dear participants, before we move to the next topic, we're going to have a fun quiz that will be conducted by Q Shala. It's time to put all our energies together and think. It's about what sir spoke itself. So think and do this. It will be posted in the chat. Look into the chat box. Participants, kindly fill the attendance sheet. The certificate is auto-generated. So kindly ensure your email is correctly entered without any spaces or characters. Ensure that your email is correct, because it's automated and it will, it's auto-generated. So you'll get your certificate. only if your email ID is correct. Team Kushala?
Yes. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Aishwarya.
Okay, wonderful. So I think that was quite an informative session, and just like ma'am mentioned, we would be having a fun quiz right about now. So here we go. I welcome you on behalf of Kushala. My name is Aishwarya, and we'll be doing two fun quiz questions today. So before we dive into what Kushala is all about or what the questions are all about, let's do some preliminary checks. Okay, since we are on this Zoom call, the hosts will be muting all of you by default. So what we'd be doing is you would have to send your answers on the chat box, and I would request you to send them to Kushala Aishwarya so that the quiz is fun for everyone and everyone gets to, rack their brains to find out what the answers are and get some thinking time as well. So two things, you will be on mute by default. When we call out somebody's name, they will be unmuted by the host to share the answer. And at the same time, please send in your answers to Kushala Aishwarya. All right. So can I get a yes on chat if everyone is clear with these instructions, and we can move on with the very first quiz question we have. Wonderful. I see lots of yes coming in. Okay, so I understand that that is a signal to move on to the first question, and here it is coming your way. Interesting question, this one. So here it is. In a popular story in mythology, Theseus famously made it back out of the deadly Minotaur's labyrinth by unspooling a ball of yarn so he could retrace his steps. So Theseus, also known as the founder of Athens, this is a story about him. And the Minotaur's labyrinth that we're talking about, you can see a sort of maze in the first image on your screen right here. That is the maze that he came out of by unspooling a ball of yarn, which is also shown in the picture here, to retrace his steps. In Middle English, such rolled up yarn was known by a certain word. Eventually, the word came into the English language and took on the metaphorical meaning of something that will lead you to a solution. So, how do we know this English word? You have to tell me what word it is that we are looking for, and please remember to send your answers to Kushala Aishwarya. Okay, so I'll be checking my chat right now. Yes, so basically the idea was that so he shouldn't get lost in the maze. So he used the yarn to come back out of it. And this was adopted as the origin of an English word that means something that will lead you to a solution, something like a hint to a question, I would say. So what word is it? I would like to invite AI School of India Gayatri to reveal the answer, please. I do have a couple of interesting answers on the chat, but let's go ahead and check with AI School of India Gayatri.
Thank you, Aishwarya. The answer, I think, is clue.
Okay, ma'am. And what made you say that the answer is clue?
See, as you said, it's like it's unspooling a ball of yarn so you can retrace his steps. It's more like solving a puzzle. So we need a clue to solve a puzzle.
Okay, that is wonderfully explained. Thank you so much, ma'am. That is, in fact, the absolute correct answer. And now you know the origin story behind this word that we often use in our classrooms, in our day-to-day language, which is clue. And that is what Kushala is all about. We conduct quizzes through lots of quests, and curiosity is, of course, at the center of it. As you noticed in the question as well, there were some textual clues that were given to you along with the image clues that ultimately led you to the answer. So well done, everyone. Thank you for all the teachers who took it as a challenge to attempt the question. All answers are welcome, and congratulations to those who got that right. With that, here is the second question coming up on your screen. This is some context about the question. Since we are speaking of clues, curiosity was also highlighted in the National Education Policy 2020. As we all know that this policy was talked about a lot because it has been updated after almost 34 years to make the reforms that are required for the 21st century education skills. And curiosity is also at the center of it. So what we do at Q-Shala also ties in with the needs of the 21st century. And just one of those aspects of it is service environment and culture. And here is your question based on it. So here it goes. This is the logo of an initiative that was pioneered by former Tamil Nadu Chief Minister K. Kamaraj in 1956. The initiative was adopted countrywide, and in the NEP, that is the National Education Policy 2020, we saw it expand to a morning nutritional edition as well. What is this scheme whose name may have to change after the addition made in the NEP 2020? So look at the image clue carefully. If you have followed the NEP very carefully, this might be something super simple for you. This might also be something that you may have done before the first session. So which meal that we're talking about might have to be included to change the name of this existing policy. And we do have plenty of answers on the chat. Just let me see in no particular order whom we can invite to share the answer to this one. Okay. May I invite Bhavitra Devi K to share her answer, please?
Yeah, ma'am. Because on that period, what Kamaraj did not to avoid stagnation, because in our country, many people they were poor. Okay, so that he brought this scheme, I think so. And of course, there is a picture the children they are sitting with plates.
Yes, ma'am, you have given the context for the answer very beautifully, but since it was a direct message to me, I would request you to share your answer with all the participants also. So your answer was?
Yeah, midday meal.
Midday meal, and ma'am has also given us the context for it very beautifully. So yes, in fact, the answer is midday meal, and the latest policy in NEP also suggests that breakfast, a very nutritious breakfast, would also be important to be included in this scheme. So that may also require to change its name. And thank you so much for all the answers on chat. Very heartening to see all the participation. And I hope to see you soon after the next session. Yeah, over to Team IIM. Thank you so much.